Today we'll be looking at how the concept of difference of two squares can be used when working with numbers. The first thing to ask yourself is when do you know that you're dealing with difference of two squares? Well, as the name implies, difference of two squares just means when you have two numbers that are raised to the power of 2, or two alphabets in case of algebra raised to the power of 2, and there's a difference. That's why you have the minus sign here, so telling you that there's a difference there. And when dealing with difference of two squares, the general solution is when you have x squared or any number or alphabet square minus y squared is going to be equal to x plus y in bracket multiplied by x minus y in bracket, or x minus y in bracket multiplied by x plus y in bracket. Just make sure that whichever number or alphabet that's before the minus sign is the same one that comes before the signs here in your bracket, whichever way you put it, whether the plus comes first or whether the minus comes first. Just make sure that the number before the minus sign, which is x squared here, the letter becomes the first one, as here, and the first one also here in both brackets. So when you're solving, initially you have x squared minus y squared. So in the bracket, the first one contains an x, not an x squared. So x plus y, not y squared, multiplied by x minus y. Then you open the brackets by multiplication. So you have x multiplying x to give you x squared, and you have x multiplying minus y because you have this minus sign here, so x multiplying minus y to give you minus xy. Then you have y multiplying x to give you plus xy, and then you also have plus y multiplying minus y to give you minus y squared, because plus times minus is gonna be minus, and y times y is gonna be y squared. So which brings us back to x squared minus y squared, since minus xy plus xy is gonna be 0. This cancel out. It's gonna be 0. However, this concept of difference of two squares can be understood better when numbers are used in place of alphabets of x and y. So in this example, we have 8 square minus 6 square. And you know, if you do this by yourself, you might say 8 square is 64 and 6 square is 36. So 64 minus 36 gives you 28, and which is right. But if you decide to use the difference of two square principle, because you have 8 raised to the power of 2 and you have 6 raised to the power of 2, so you have a difference of two squares here because they are both raised to the power of 2. You could follow the principle and have 8 square minus 6 square equals 8 minus 6 multiplied by 8 plus 6, using the principle that we talked about in the previous slide. So 8 minus 6 is going to be 2, and 8 plus 6 is going to be 14. So 2 times 14 is 28. So either way, you still get the same answer, 28 and 28.